All right, what's up? So, you're probably wondering what this is, or some of you just don't care at all, and I'm here to tell you anyway. It's Combat Masters. It is a Warzone type game, but it seems like it's for mobile. Even though it was pretty fun to play, I can't lie. When I was seeing gameplay of it originally, it's on Steam, it's on PC, it's in the Steam store. When I was seeing it originally, I was seeing like screenshots of it, and I could have sworn there was like the mobile move around like keys on screen. So I'm assuming it's for mobile and it's for PC, which is probably why you're gonna see me fighting people like that. They could be bots. I don't know. This was my very first game ever getting on. And you're probably wondering why it took me so long to pick up that gun. There's a mechanic in the game where you can switch your weapons. Well, guess what? The weapon switching was not working. In fact, I don't think it worked for me until much later on. And even then, I'm not still like entirely sure how I even managed to get the weapon system for like changing weapons to work. I think it was when I got my own loadout later on. I had not played Team Deathmatch because, from my understanding, there were other game modes in this game. The main one that I was going to try out was Warzone. When I got on Steam and I read the reviews, as far as I could see, were pretty positive. I didn't know like if people were trolling or if they were serious. When I actually went to read them, that's when I kind of realized people were trolling. They were saying things like, yeah, see, look at me trying to swap, right? Drop, pick it up, can't do it. I realized there was something wrong. You'll see cuts in the video because I'm constantly changing my settings, trying to figure out what to do to try to fix the weapon swap as far as that goes, and a few other things about the game that I tried to get to work and just didn't know what to do. But I was reading the comments and reviews for this game, trying to figure out, if this game was actually fun before I downloaded it. Try to see what people were actually saying about it, and everybody was saying it's a Warzone clone. People were pointing out that it's free to play, but Warzone is free to play. They were saying that this game runs a lot easier than Warzone does. It's a lot more optimized. It's obviously a smaller space, and to an extent, from what I can see, I believe all of that to be pretty true. There's not anything like super heavy about the game that makes it just like flat out unplayable. Look at me, I'm over here trying cracked. I was like, oh, I got him, and turned around and got him, and was just experiencing the game. I want to say this is my first round, but technically this is my second. My first match ever that I ran into, I tried to link because it gave me some options to link accounts. I tried to link some accounts to this. I think for the most part, it'll be stuff like your Facebook account, your Google account, or like your account to this game's service, which lets you know this is probably a mobile game for sure, because only mobile games let you really connect like your Facebook account and your Google account to an already, game service, right? So I mean, hey, I'm not bothered by it. I just want to try it. I want to give it a try. I want to see what it was like. And as you can see, if that number is correct, I got like 6 kills. Technically, it's my first actual game. When I was playing like my first game and I was trying to connect my Google and Facebook or whatever the case may be, the game ended up freezing, and I was stuck in menu and couldn't get out of my settings. It was like a bug. Right then and there, I was going to uninstall the game. But I decided to stay on and see what I could do. And I ended up getting into the second game. It worked just fine. It was just my biggest issue being like the settings with the controls. Something else I want to point out was the game had this in like their own little description, but they don't have auto lock, right? It seemed like something they were pretty proud of. When you're zooming in to aim down sight and you're trying to attack an opponent or just anything in general, there is no auto snap to the enemy. So there's no auto aim, essentially. So you basically just have to aim. And that's pretty cool too. I think stuff like that can be pretty cool in the game. The game seems fairly new. It randomly showed up on my Steam the other day, and I wanted to make a video on it. I still got some other videos I want to edit and touch on as well. But when I saw this, I was like, oh no, like I've got to record this. I've got to see what this is about. The main program that I use to like record my games nowadays did not pick up this game. It didn't register this game, most likely because it doesn't see it as a real game. In a sense of like a more popular, everybody kind of plays game. Like I said, it's new. So I ended up having to record my desktop to get this to record, at least for the time. And this was spur of the moment and like right before class. But I was able to squeak something out. So here you go. Fresh little gameplay. I'm over here just setting people up. So I'm up here looking for this man. This man's a phantom, and there he was, just waiting, and he got me. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's the game. The gulag! I panicked and I dropped him. I was like, excuse me? The gulag! I could not believe my eyes, man. But it was actually really cool, and I was really hyped. And I was trying to see if the game would auto parachute when I was first playing, and I don't think they do. I think if you get close enough to the ground, you'll just fall and kill yourself. I think Warzone does the same thing. It's been so long since I played Warzone. I don't think I've recorded any gameplay of Warzone. I used to play it a little heavy with a set group of friends, but now I just don't touch it at all. I'm over here waiting for this dude to come out so I can take him out. I'll warn you right now, I'm not gonna take him out. Something I noticed with this game, there's like what bullet reach, bullet drop, whatever. The bullets are not gonna reach from that far back unless you're using probably a sniper or some kind of rifle. It doesn't necessarily have to be automatic, but in most games that utilize gun warfare, if you have like a pistol or an SMG or something, you're rarely ever getting a long shot. It just depends on the game's mechanics itself, but this one seemed like one of those ones that just didn't touch it. Something I was not paying attention to, there are 4 people left in this game. All right. Me, 3 others. The guy that I was hunting had somebody hunting him, and I guess the guy that I'm looking at now killed him because that is definitely not the same skin as before. This guy goes shooting. I was not paying attention to the amount of people. Now it's me and 2 others. So he takes out that guy. There's a UAV. Well, it looked like a UAV. It's actually people shooting on a map. There was one guy that was like beside me, and there was another guy down the way. I was not, like I said, paying attention to it. I couldn't hear much of anything. I stopped and sat in place, not because I was camping, but because I was trying to figure out how to change my weapon. Finally figured it out. As you saw, I could change to my fist. For some reason, the game just was not letting me do it before. I don't know what's going on or what was going on. I don't know why I was suffering like that. But I actually had a little bit of my game audio up, and I could hear something, and I just couldn't make out what it was. All right. So I killed that guy. I'm in the top 2. Did not know I was in the top 2. Bam. Combat zone. Because it's not war zone. It's combat zone. I ended in second place. I leveled up. Like I said, that was like my first real game. And way before that, I ended up spending $5. Shame on me. I know they had the skin from Durarara, the Headless Horseman, and I really liked it, so I picked it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Eat my balls.